ready to play now. Put me in the game now. I came here to prove it, I'm ready to do it, I can't be afraid now. Put me on the stage now, I'm ready to rage now. I feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made of. Get in the game, your moment of fame, show them what you made of. It's time that we stand up, it's time that we man up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time, you better get ready to race to the top. I'm ready to do this, show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real, I'm feeling so ruthless.
Welcome back, everybody. I've got another release review, Hinge release review, and I'll tell you that this has been a long journey for me for years now, playing with different releases. And again, I've mentioned before in many videos, this old school Scott Longhorn 3 has been my go-to for years, and love this release. I can't tell you how many animals I've taken with this release. It's a bunch of them, and shot tournaments with it. I've used it. I've got 3 of them that I have set up, and I've used them for years, and I love the swept-back design, the rubber band feature to lock the head, just the overall feel, and then the action of the head as well. It's perfect for what I like for my shooting style. And I tell you, this has been on the market for a little bit now. It's 2022, and I believe this came out a year and a half, 2 years ago. Not exactly sure the date. And it's just, I just overlooked it. You know, I was looking at other brands and other styles of releases to try to see if something would fit me better, and I've struggled with it because I like a lot of features from other releases, but the Longhorn 3 has just been perfect for me. And now this Longhorn Pro Micro is, I tell you, I've probably put 50-60 shots through it, and instantly I already know that this is just, it feels like it's meant to be, right? I can't tell you that definitively, but from the features that I've been looking for, the reason why I wanted to change was the ability to micro adjust ahead. This gives you that. The swept back feature, this gives you that. The wide platform, this is actually a touch wider, I mean, than the Longhorn. And on the overall release, maybe not so much, but the Longhorn 3, I don't know if I can get this in here to show you, so it's a little bit more rounded on the handle, and this Longhorn Pro Micro is a little flatter on the handle. Feels great. I'm gonna try to do a tight where I actually line these 2 releases up side by side where you can see. The Longhorn Pro Micro is a little bit tighter in your middle and third finger together, which I'm not opposed to, because this one, it fit, but if I had a gripe, that's kind of one of the things that it was maybe a touch on the bigger side. That's the reason why I never went with the Hunter model, because that was even a bigger spread between your fingers. So this one, wide handle, I like it. The micro adjust, it's there. The rubber band feature to relock the head, it's there. The swept back design, it's there. In addition to that, this head actually sits a little bit tighter to your fingers. And one of my other biggest issues as a shooter, I don't want to even say issues, but I'm going to set this here, is that when I draw back and I anchor, as I've anchored, I've gotten used to anchoring and coming down onto the string slightly because of my placement of my anchor point. This release being tighter to the fingers brings the string closer to me slightly, to where I don't have to bring my nose on, I don't have to bring it down as much onto the string. So it keeps me in a little bit better starting point from a form and alignment standpoint. So this is better from a form standpoint as well. So all those boxes it's checking off, and it did it very quickly. Like I said, the very first time I put this in a release trainer and set back and started setting it up, it's money. You know, the release actually comes with multiple heads. So you've got the click, you've got a couple different settings on the click, I believe. You've got some rubber bands, and I'll do a tight on picture on this as well. Starting to lose some light here, but like I said, it's adjustable. It comes standard with the click. I took it out. I don't like to shoot a click, so I took that out. It took me a couple minutes, if that. You know, you take a couple screws out, loosen the set screw, you pop the head out, or the moon of what it was on the other ones, and it's got a spring in there. You got to make sure you don't lose the spring, and then you just put everything back together and set it up. And like I said, the action on these releases, it suits my style for hunting primarily. And that's where, when I went away from some of the other ones I shot in the past, it just felt like the action was a little bit shorter and choppier, to where I didn't get a good clean release. And this one, I'm able to slow it down slightly to where I can really start to rotate through that shot and get it to break like I want. You know, and this is a question that I get quite a bit too, as far as understanding your limitations with the hinge for hunting. And that's where the more familiar you are with your release and the action and how you set it up. And I don't recommend setting these up very light. I like to set them up a little bit slower, so that way in the event that I do need to get on it, I just rotate my hand quicker. And that's where I'm just essentially executing a slow, controlled release faster. And yes, can you dump these releases and get them to go off in a heartbeat? Yes. I don't recommend that, but if you can manipulate it to where you can get it to go faster, then just learn that. I'm loving this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm biased for many reasons based off of design, and it's giving me what I want, and it's checking all the boxes off. Like I said, the brass, I can give or take the brass, but it's there. I don't hate it. I've never really leaned towards that as far as a feature. I don't need to feel like something heavier in my hand when I'm shooting, so I'm kind of impartial to that. But anyway, Scott Longhorn Pro Micro, I'm really loving this release. And like I said, don't take this review as, you know, it's going to be the best for you. You really need to go out and shoot different style releases and try different handles and different actions on different heads, because they're slightly different in some of the features. Because the features that I like, that this is giving me, you may have 3 of the same features that you like and 2 other ones that are different. But just know that I really like the wide platform, the micro adjust, the lockable head feature, and the swept back design. It's there. So loving this release so far. If you haven't checked one of these out, I encourage you to check it out. And even if you're in that place where you're trying new products out and you're not sure where where you're going to end up, don't overlook something that's been on the market for a little while. Because like I said, this has been out for a little while and I just overlooked it. And I'm kicking myself for that, because I'm really loving this release. And I don't say that about a release. I can tell you I like it. I like the features. I like how, its design. I like its function. But there's always 1 or 2 things that I just go back to the old faithful, is what I call it. But I think I may have found the new release moving forward. So anyway, thanks for checking out the video. Like and subscribe. Let me know your comments below. There's other releases that are on the market that I've played with, haven't gotten super in depth with, because again, 1 or 2 of the features that I've just went away from. But if you have questions on something, I've played with a ton of them, and I'll answer the questions honestly as far as what I think about them. So let me know if there's something you'd like to if you have a question on a specific release, I should say. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. We're going to be doing a giveaway here pretty soon that I'm just going to kind of start chalking up. Haven't put all the details together yet, but we're going to start, we're going to release that information here soon. So again, it's subscribers, people that are commenting, and those are the people that are going to get in on the giveaway, because that's the people that are interacting and supporting the channel. I appreciate you, so I want to show you some love back, and we're going to be doing a pretty cool giveaway pretty soon. So anyway, we'll see you guys soon. This show is brought to you by archeryauctionpros.com. If you're in the market for a new bow, but don't want to spend that steep price tag that some of these new bows are demanding, consider a used bow, gently used bow, with an evaluation certificate. Every bow sold on archeryauctionpros.com is evaluated by No Limits Archery and is going to give you a true representation of the condition of the bow you're looking at. So head on over. We've got bows that go up every week for auction. Once again, archeryauctionpros.com.